Well, hello. I am here at Minnehaha Falls, just at the top of the hill right now. We're here to chase the last of the fall leaves. You can see the old growth oak trees. Most of the leaves have fallen already, but I think that there's still going to be some color down by the falls, so excited to chase that. Also here to just video today and hopefully get some I'd like to get some video clips of the falls with audio from my camera for the channel and just go for a lovely fall walk. It's a Saturday here. There's quite a few people around and that's okay. It's the last of the warm weather in Minnesota before the winter comes, and people are out enjoying this beautiful fall day. It's about 55 degrees outside, and yeah, let's go for a walk. This is one of my favorite perspectives of the falls. This is a very popular location for photography around the Twin Cities. It's very hard to get a new composition here at the falls. We should have a competition where it's find a new composition at the falls competition. Maybe we could do a fundraiser or something. That'd be really fun, actually. Okay, so I got my camera all set up here. I'll flip it around here in a minute and then I'll explain my composition. But I'm on the upper level across from the falls, and there's a little bit of fall foliage right in front of the camera, and I put it real low. Most of the leaves have fallen around the falls, around the composition, but that's okay. There's still a little bit of color in there, lots of green moss around the falls. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what I got here. All right, so hopefully you can see that. I think you can see that. I got f4.5, and you can see right around here I've got some foliage, and then there's quite a bit of brown here, but the falls going there, and then 1/80th of a second. And we're a little bit overexposed in the sky. Tried to cut the sky out there because the sky is real just basically white today. There's not much blue up there. Could probably underexpose this a bit. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is do a bracket for this. So we'll do one for the shadows, one for the highlights, and let's do a deep one for the shadows there. So I have 3 shots there. So if that shot's any good, you'll see it next. Okay, well, I decided to change the composition while we're over here on this end of the falls and put my tripod up real tall. Show you the composition here. We've got this beautiful foliage right in the foreground here, yellow and orange and brown, and then the falls in the background there. We're at the same settings, 1/80th at f4.5. I think I'm going to do a bracketed shot here, so 3 shots, 1 for the shadows, 1 for a normal exposure, and then 1 for the highlights. So that is very overexposed, so maybe we'll do another set of 3. I can see my histogram, the whites are definitely peaking. It is, that sky is very bright, so let's actually go a little bit for darker, so -3 here, and then we'll go for more of a balanced shot. We'll go just about 1 there, and then just slightly over the center balance for the highlights. And if that shot's any good, we'll see it next. So right behind me, there's a set of stairs that goes down there. And then I'm still here at the upper part of the falls. There's the falls there. And then just around the corner over here, there is a set of stairs. So I think we're gonna go for a little walk down the stairs and try to do a hyperlapse on the DJI Pocket 2 here. I think that would be fun. And then we'll see what compositions we can come up with while we're down there. I really am so happy to be here during sunset. Definitely lose the sun down there a little earlier, but it's still nice and peeking through and pretty up here. All right, well, vlogging in public, I guess you just sort of get over it. Hopefully you can hear me. It got crazy busy down here. Anyways, I am at the bottom of the falls, and I just did a couple hyperlapses and just took some short video clips on my Canon EOS R8 here. I am gonna go for a longer exposure to see if we can't smooth out this water. Flip the camera around so you can see what's going on here, back of the camera. So I'm still ISO 100, but I switched it over to f22 so that I could expose properly to get, like, let's say, we'll probably do a couple here, like a 1 second. We're overexposing the sky a little bit here, but let's go for a 2 second exposure here. I like to turn on the touch enabled shutter for these so that I'm not clicking down hard and shaking the camera. Also can do like a 2 second timer to help with that so that you don't get shake on these longer exposures. So let's do that. 2 second timer, touch sensitive, and there she goes. We'll get a preview here. Let's see if we got any. Oh yeah, definitely smoothed out the water here, got a longer exposure, and then any people will be blurred out as well, will kind of disappear. So we'll put that up on the screen next. Oh my god, so many people. Okay, I just zoomed in here. We were back here before, so let's just zoom in. We'll cut out a bit of that sky if we can. We'll keep the bridge in there, and we'll try to focus on the falls there. 2 second exposure. Okay, we've moved the camera over a little bit. I'm really liking how this foliage has a little V here. You can see the people walking through there, and it sort of frames, I think, the waterfall real nicely. We're still on a 2 second exposure here. Let's take the picture. There's really not much I can do about people being out there. There's always going to be people out there. I can, you know, in Lightroom, I can remove them pretty easily, and or we can leave them there as a subject. Ooh, I am. Then that person is definitely very visible there, which is okay. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a video with this composition, and I'll put that up next so you guys can see the little video clip. All right, I think I'm gonna head down the path here down the river and see if we can't find any new compositions. There's some interesting things along the river here, some bridges not far down, and then we'll come back up those back stairs that I mentioned earlier. Well, what do you know, I already lost the wide angle lens for the camera. Luckily it just fell in my pocket, so I just put it away. We are at the bridge just down the path a ways, and there's a composition here that I really like along the river, and the river's really low right now, which makes it even that much more beautiful in my opinion, because the large river rocks along the river are showing when the water level is this low, and then you can see the different tiers as it sort of waterfalls its way down. I'll show you the composition here. It's starting to get a little darker now, so we're able to do F11 at 1 second. There we go. So you can see the composition here. I've got the river rocks and the river sort of bending up and to the left. We've got this big fall here at the bottom, and then if I were to move my camera, the bridge would be in the way. I could put my tripod up, but we'll just leave it here for now. And then you can see it tears down as it goes up there. So we're gonna give this shot a go. I'm slightly underexposing this because I can always pull the highlights back, but if I overexpose it, then I'm gonna lose detail in the edit. Nice and blurred out. Let's see if we can get away with a 2 second here and see if hopefully it's not too bright. I think we can. Let me see if I can focus actually down here on the bottom part, because we're F11, so everything past that should be in focus. There we go. Well, if those two shots were any good, I'll put it up next for you. All right, so I decided to put the tripod up there anyways. I wanted to change the composition so that I could go ahead and try and include some of this yellow foliage that's left along the river here. It's so pretty still, so you can see that it's sort of framing up here to the right where it would have otherwise been brown. Not sure how well you can see that there. Let me try to focus in a little better. There we go. So we've got some yellow foliage up and to the right, and then we've got the leading line of the river rocks through the center of the photo, and then the river, of course, sorry, that's the sensor on the eye bit that keeps blocking it out. So I always forget that blocks it out. I wonder if I can turn that off. Does anybody know if I can turn that bit off when I'm doing this? Anyways, and then the river down here to the left, that leads your eyes up to the left. So I think it's a really nice composition for this photo, and we're gonna go for 2 seconds. We'll focus down here in the bottom center on this waterfall, and if it's any good, you'll see it next. Okay, well, as you can see, it's getting dark. I did decide that I was gonna stop and do one more. Show you the composition here. Lining up the trees on the left side, the pastel colors are absolutely beautiful. We're gonna go 2 seconds at F11. And if it's any good, we'll show you next. Okay, well, I decided to do one more shot, and back here at the top where we began the vlog, and because that sky is so pretty and it's dark now and I don't have an ND filter, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do 2 exposures for this shot. I'm gonna expose 1 quick exposure for that beautiful sky, or quicker, and I'm gonna do 1 very long exposure to get that beautiful long exposure, soft, blurry, dreamy look on the waterfall. Flip you around and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we're at 13 seconds at f8. We are trying to focus right there in the middle of the falls, and we'll go ahead and take that shot, trying to get plenty of sky in the top there. That's gonna go for a few seconds. All right, now that we shot that, we're gonna go ahead and lower that exposure so that we can expose for that beautiful sky. I think I'll even change that to f11 so that we can get more distance and hopefully expose the sky correctly. I want some color in there, so we'll bring it up to like 3 seconds, and there we go. So we've got that shot that's gonna be perfectly exposed for the sky, and then that shot that is a longer exposure with the beautiful foliage in the foreground there. So I'll be blending those in Lightroom, and if it's any good, this will probably be our hero shot of the day. I got the light from my cell phone going. We're gonna end it here, you guys. So thank you so much for coming along with me to Minnehaha Falls. I hope you enjoyed this photography vlog. I'm just starting on this YouTube channel, so I hope you'll consider subscribing. Give the video a like if you'd like to see more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.